Full screen it.
Recording in progress.
All right, what's going on? YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. I think this is the episode 4 of the WrestleSpot podcast, and I'll do the introductions first. We have Anstro World. You want to let them know where to follow you and where they can find you?
Going on, guys? Amster World here. You can go follow me on TikTok, Instagram, any other social media you may think of. Pleasure to be here.
Shad.
What up, y'all? This Shot the God 6. Y'all may know me as Shad You Funny, but I made a new TikTok strictly for wrestling. Majority Attitude Era. Shot the God 6. You can find me on TikTok.
Mitri.
This is Mitri the God. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, as Mitri the God. Let's get it on.
And Phil.
What's going on, guys? Phil here. This is going to be a great time talking with the guys and everything like that. You guys can follow me on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at PhillyMatt_. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get right into it.
All right. So, with that being said, little rundown of what we're going to talk about today. So, of course, we do have the main subject being the Ruthless Aggression versus the Attitude Era. I'm gonna let these guys talk about when they watched what side of the line they kind of stand on there. Then we're gonna get into SummerSlam, preview expectations and all that. It going TV 14. We'll talk about what we expect was going on, and then little AEW Dynamite preview because that is tonight. But first, let's just jump into it. I'm just gonna run around. Start with Antro. What kind of side do you fall on for Attitude Era versus Ruthless Aggression?
Honestly, I like both sides. I really didn't grow up with Attitude Era or the Ruthless Aggression because I started watching around 09, 2010. But if I had to choose one, it's got to be Ruthless Aggression because I went back and that's the one era that I just have a lot of favorites from, just a lot of favorite wrestlers, promos, storylines, all that good stuff.
Chad?
Like I said, man, I fell in love with the Attitude Era, but I'm an Attitude Era fan, but I got to give the Ruthless Aggression era its flowers. You know what I'm saying? Just because it was like Ruthless Aggression era was like Attitude Era Junior. You know what I'm saying? Like, but in its own unique way. So, but I'm Attitude Era. I'm with Attitude Era for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely with the Attitude Era, bro. That's my favorite era of all time. It's the greatest era in WWE history. So that's the side I'm on. I mean, Austin, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Vince McMahon, like The Rock and Stone Cold. Yeah, it's Attitude Era. Undertaker, Ministry Undertaker, like yeah, it's Attitude Era all the way, bro.
Phil.
And I'm on the Ruthless Aggression side. Just like Gantro, just all my favorites really came from that era. I mean, I know there are some great moments in that Attitude Era. Like Mitri said, obviously Stone Cold and The Rock, Stone Cold and Vince, but there's just been so many matches that gravitate towards me during the Ruthless Aggression era. It just has to be that one for me.
Personally, myself, I don't know. From a wrestling aspect, I'd probably go with the Ruthless Aggression, but just storytelling and all of that has got to be the Attitude Era. Kind of blends in together. But what was the question? Also, like, when you watch your product, do you lean more towards like storytelling and wrestling, or just wrestling, or what kind of like sets that definitive answer? Like, why like Mitri would have the Attitude Era over that?
Storytelling, and then it's the storytelling, then it's the star power as well, because it wasn't Raw versus SmackDown. It was you had all the legends on one show basically at the same time. So the star power, you got the storytelling, and you got the WrestleMania. Well, yeah, WrestleMania 17, WrestleMania 18, and they're considered WrestleMania 17 the best WrestleMania of all time. So we got that. WrestleMania 18, The Rock and Hogan. So like, not per se the wrestling, but the matches and the storytelling. Vince McMahon and Stone Cold. You can go all day with the Attitude Era. So yeah,
Shad.
I'm gonna say, um, I'll say this: when it comes to the Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression, when it comes to storytelling, it's like you're so invested in who the superstars are, and when you follow that with good storytelling, it's not like you was worried about what kind of match they was gonna put on. It's like you just wanted to see them fight. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like
that's true.
this, like the
Yeah.
story, like this, like between like the Triple H and Stone Cold feud when they couldn't even touch each other until unless one of them was provoked.
Mhm.
But like until what pay per view was it? Was it No Way Out?
I
It was
believe
one.
so.
Yeah, I think it was No Way Out when they had the 3 stages of hell match.
Yeah.
It's like you couldn't
Definitely.
wait. You couldn't even wait to see them like, and you weren't worried about no moves. You just worried about them beating the hell
Just
out of each
getting at
other.
each other.
Brawling,
Yeah,
settling the score.
yeah. So I don't know. Just I say the storytelling made up for a lot of the wrestling. Now that the storytelling is kind of weak nowadays, now we focus
For
on
sure.
like, can you like balance that out with the matches? Because really, it now all we care about is what kind of match we put on. To be honest, so
And the money
yeah,
factor.
Yeah, yeah. That's a big
That
part.
too.
I know why y'all would favor, or what y'all look for when y'all pick the Ruthless Aggression. Antro, you want to start?
Yeah, so pretty much what I look for through the Ruthless Aggression is just simply like the storylines, just the match quality, just pretty much getting invested into the product from wrestlers' gimmicks, storylines, just the characters in general, just pretty much them intriguing us into watching the product.
Phil.
And I'm both. I'm kind of like on the side of both. I love storytelling. I love the actual match quality. I love just like Andrew was saying. He's getting exactly to the point.
Mm-hmm.
He said about the characters that you can invest yourself in. I'm a storytelling type of guy, but I'm also a wrestling type of guy, and I want to see great matches. And that's what the Ruthless Aggression era showed. Not saying that the Attitude Era didn't. It definitely had its moments,
Definitely.
but it just there was this aggression era just holds that place for me because a lot of my favorites came from there. So definitely for sure.
One of the griefs I've heard, obviously I wasn't watching weekly. I wasn't really. I don't. With the end of the Attitude Era was like 2001ish, right? Before the invasion angle.
2000.
I think like 02
Oh,
after
two.
Yeah.
WrestleMania
Also,
18.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. So
I think because Vince McMahon cut a promo or something, he said the Ruthless Aggression era when everybody was surrounded by the
yeah,
ring.
there we go.
So
That's
I
right.
think that's what sworn in the era.
So one grief I've heard, because obviously I didn't watch it at the time. I wasn't alive. I mean, I was like one when it ended. But one grief I've always heard of it is that, the weekly TV would always end with like a. Like how AEW pay-per-views go off the air. Like there's a big brawl going on. Like that's all I've heard. That would happen like every week. And where in the Ruthless Aggression era, I would hear it was like more like just ending with like a pure wrestling match. Where do y'all kind of fall in like the TV aspect? Like what side you're on for that? Like
You said how the Attitude Era ended like that?
that's what I've heard. I can't like go out on my own and
I
say
don't
that.
remember nothing like that. I mean, usually the shows would end on a cliffhanger, like uh, when Vince McMahon, he was the mystery man or whatever the case may be, and they try to figure out who the new guy in power was, and that storyline went on for like a few months until Vince McMahon finally showed up and said it was him.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I mean, the shows end pretty, sometimes exciting, sometimes they end on a cliffhanger. There was one ending where they were going into Survivor Series and it was SmackDown and everybody came out and hit their finishers on each other. That shit was lit. I mean,
Yeah,
For sure.
you remember that? Or sometimes they end with Mankind winning the WWF title and that shit got a huge pop, you know. Uh, Sometimes they end on a banger. Uh, I mean, one time it ended with Undertaker about to sacrifice Stephanie McMahon, and Stone Cold had to come on and save her ass, bro. Like,
Stone
Right.
Cold.
I don't know what endings. Most of the endings are memorable to me.
Yeah.
Like, then there was endings where Stone Cold was getting arrested or beating the shit out of Vince McMahon or uh, The Rock. Like, the endings are pretty good. I mean, the middle of the show it is what it is. It's like the mid card was not really
Yeah.
that good. I mean,
Yeah.
the women wrestling was all bra and panties matches. So, I mean, the middle of the card was whatever, but I mean, the ending and then bits and pieces in between, they were all right.
As far as the women's wrestling, I feel even in the Ruthless Aggression, it was kind of still the same thing. I mean, that is when
Yeah.
Trish and Lita would kind of set the pace.
Revolutionize all that,
they
but
would. That was really
Yeah.
the only like big women's wrestling on TV. I mean, wait, wasn't Jazz was on there too?
Nah, that was it.
That was really it.
I mean, it
That
was
was pretty much
Trish and
China.
Lita.
Yeah, China too.
Yes.
China. Okay, that
China.
was more Attitude Era though too.
Yeah. Yeah.
true.
True. But yeah, Phil and Antro. Does like hearing all that, does that change your answer at all, or no? You still strong with this?
Still pretty strong Ruthless Aggression, just due to like the ending of every show either being a pure wrestling match, like Phil said, and just pretty much just great quality in total. Basically, too, like I know the Attitude Era has all the good brawls at the end, or that big shock factor moment, or the cliffhanger. But Ruthless Aggression, I just like the pure wrestling, just the storytelling, and just cultivating into the next few weeks of what's going to happen next, or where they're heading towards a big pay-per-view event.
Not bad.
And I'm always gonna give the flowers to the Attitude Era, because without that kind of an era, we wouldn't be where we are from then to getting into the Ruthless Aggression to now. So I mean, it always has their lineage and trying to get to where the end goal is. But like Antro was saying, I'm agreeing with him 100% here and saying that it's the wrestling, it's the match quality, the characters, and everything in between. It just really holds that place. So
It's like one big thing missing from today's wrestling TV is kind of the Attitude Era set was like you start your first segment, you start off with a story. Now today, once you do that first segment, they don't really talk about it for the rest of the show. I mean, they'll like show clips and stuff, but that's not going to be the ending segment, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But like when in the Attitude Era, in the beginning of the show, Austin's like, by the end of the show, I'm gonna kick Vince McMahon's ass, and at the end of the show, they do it again. So like, I mean, it's kind of an obvious answer, but like, how much does it suck that we kind of strayed away from what like good actual wrestling TV is today?
It's lackluster, honestly.
yeah,
It just makes you just not want to watch. Like, you start off the show with something, you expect it to probably continue throughout the show, but then it ends up being disappointing.
You'll
You
never
want to
see
turn off
it.
the TV.
You never see it again.
Yep.
yeah. I want this company to succeed. That's what people don't understand whenever I make like my opinion pieces or just hot takes and all that stuff. I want this company to succeed because I have been watching this for the better part of not even almost, over half my life. I want this company to succeed, but when you don't have compelling storylines, when you don't have characters that I can get myself invested in, besides a few, it just does not want to make me watch. It just really sucks. It really does, because I like this company and I like the people that are in this. It's just the storytelling just needs to get better.
Yeah. It's like no substance.
Exactly.
It seemed like they were about to do that when Roman became champion with the twin storyline.
Yes.
Because throughout the whole throughout the show. Like that was a good story. That's probably the best storyline we had in like 2, maybe 3 years. I don't know.
Yep.
When Roman was trying to get his cousins to join him and everything like that, that was some of the most like brilliant storytelling that I've seen from WWE in quite some time. And it got to Hell in a Cell and everything like that. It was just perfect because Roman had his little run for the time being with just Universal title. He tried to get Jay and Jimmy to coerce. Jimmy didn't come in further because his knee injury was still going on. It was one of the best storytelling aspects of SmackDown at that time. And now we're like 2.5 years later. And look at where we are now.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm glad they did that though, because they can kind of continue it, to be honest.
Yes.
Like they can add more pieces. Like they can add more pieces in. It fits.
And you got Solo right there.
Yeah.
Solo.
Yeah.
If it fits his run when we'll look back like 10 years, 10, 15 years later, and like our kids or somebody else asking us, like how did Roman's run go? You can tell them, be like, well, he won it, came back, tried to get his cousin to join. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a long, like you can literally tell that long story.
Yeah, it's like a storybook, and more pages get added to it.
Yeah.
More, scriptures, paragraphs, chapters. It's just amazing.
There definitely has to be, like, and they do this all the time. You have like a special playlist type series or whatever on Peacock on just the Roman storyline alone. That would get a lot of traction. That would get a lot of people tuning in, and you can have that Roman Reigns story from getting into the Tribal Chief's beginnings to now. A lot of people would be interested in that because a lot of Roman Reigns stuff from the beginning of it was great. And not saying that's not great now, but you just gotta elongate people's attention, and you got that. You do.
They'll appreciate greatness when he's done wrestling. Right now, they don't like him right now. They hate him right now. But when he's done wrestling, retired, they'll appreciate greatness. It's okay.
It does seem like they stopped. I don't want to say like totally stopped being creative, but like once they left the Thunderdome, they kind of stopped doing that like episodic storytelling all TV.
And you would think that with the fans being back, they would want to do more. When they were
it's crazy.
They had nothing.
It's crazy when it was a Thunderdome, I was literally watching like every week. Now, like
me too.
Since the fans been back, I just ain't really been feeling nothing, man. Like I can't. It's nothing right now. The only thing that's really got my attention is Brock and Roman. Anything, maybe Seth. I mean, I'm not gonna say maybe because I like Seth, but if Cody would have never got hurt, bro, like
that's the thing.
And then
Cody never got hurt.
And then another thing, the Fiend really kept me invested. Like he really did.
Yes. He really did.
What do you back on like the storytelling stuff? How do y'all think AEW does with that themselves?
50-50.
I'm gonna sit this one. I haven't watched an episode of AEW in like 2 years.
Wow. Okay.
Me, I've been getting into it more. Like I've been watching on a more consistent basis. But storytelling, I love it. But at the same time, there's some things they need to backpedal on, like branching out to sub storylines. Like I'll notice they'll go one direction and then they'll kind of swerve out of that one direction and go to a different thing. And just start doing all these things and adding all these different elements into the storyline that kind of like takes away from the main point, like from the main wrestler that one wrestler's feuding with. Like let's say, for example, I'm trying to think real quick. Like maybe Christian and Luchasaurus right now, like they're doing really good, but like they're not really focusing on Jungle Boy like that now. They're going on to other people like Varsity Blondes or Matt Hardy or whoever. I know it's adding to the storyline a little bit, but at the same time it's kind of like focusing away from Jungle Boy a little bit. I know he's gone, but at the same time,
if he wasn't injured, it wouldn't be this way. That's the thing. If he didn't get that the concerto, and it just ended badly, it
True.
wouldn't have been that way. I think once Jungle Boy gets back, though, that's only going to be enhancing that story even
Yep.
further, and it's going to be a bigger pop for Jungle Boy when he does eventually return. Hopefully, getting Christian versus Jungle Boy at All Out, which is most likely going to be the case.
It's gonna be a good match. That would be a good, for the feud.
And I'm kind of with Anstro here. I mean, it's definitely 50-50. The one thing that AEW needs to get better on, and I've been very vocal about this because I care, is this goddamn women's division, man.
Yeah.
They need, like, this women's division can be great. You got Thunder Rosa, one of the best women's wrestlers out there today, as your champion, and you don't have anything for her. You put her in a tag team with Toni Storm, which I'm not taking anything away from Toni. She's great in her own right.
Oh, no doubt.
Like, it's have her focus on something. There's no storylines. There's no substance with the women's division. The men's division, that has an whole different problem on its own because ranking systems, all this type of stuff, too many championships,
That's what.
whatever really you have the issue with. It's there, you see it. They just don't capitalize on some stuff. And that's what I think AEW really has a problem with. When you have capitalize on it, strike when the iron's hot, you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes
the
they
thing.
just don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Mitri, how do you feel?
From what I've seen, it's probably 50-50. I mean, I don't watch it every week, so I don't see every storyline, but what I do see, I mean, I tune into the stuff that I really like. So if I see House of Black is fighting, or if I see, what was it? When Jericho and them fought,
Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah.
I watched that. So I mean, it's good. It's like 50-50. Like, there's some stuff I like, there's some stuff I don't like, but all in all, I mean, it's cool. It's cool with me.
Like how Phil mentioned the ranking system, would you want to see them do like a full fix of it, or would you just rather them get rid of it?
Probably get rid of it because they don't even
really
pay attention.
They don't
to
really
it.
follow it that much.
Yeah.
They don't follow it.
They make it seem like it's a playoffs.
Yeah.
They don't follow it at all.
It makes no sense. Like, one week a wrestler will be at top, then all of a sudden will be at the bottom. Then people that aren't even at like the number one contender, they're going to be getting a championship match or just putting a title match. It's all over the place.
I made a video on this, and I know I got a lot of slack on it in the comments, but it's what happens when you make videos on here. The thing is, I saw AEW Rampage. They did like a match between Thunder Rosa and Miyu Yamashita in like Japan. All right, this was a championship contender match, whatever, eliminator. If Miyu won, she would get the next title shot. We never seen her on Dark ever, ever. And then she beats her in Japan, and now she's the number one contender for the title. How does that compute? How does that work? Also, you have one ranking system for the men out of like 15 championships.
I agree.
I mean, you at least can't split them into separate type of rankings that you can have the TNT championship rankings, AEW world title rankings. You can't even do that because this roster is so big.
Mm-hmm.
You can, but they just don't. The ranking system don't mean shit.
They don't have time for everybody either, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like they don't have time for everybody. They can't put everybody into.
I know, but like, you can't just have a one ranking system for everything. Then who's going to be the challenger for all these championships?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's just all
Just get
over
rid
the
of it.
place. They just
Just get rid of it.
at this point, get rid of it. In the beginning, it was good, but then it just fell apart after all these signings and just the inconsistencies. Just they got to get rid of it.
There's too many people on the roster, man.
Way too many.
Yeah.
Too many.
Which forces you to put like bigger guys on like Dark. Like I think Gresham had a match on Dark the other day.
Yeah,
Like,
Gresham had a
Arrow
match.
Gresham had a match on Dark, yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, personally, I've never really watched Dark like that. So is it? I mean, have any of y'all watched Dark?
Nah.
watched in the
Squash
beginning,
matches, bro. Here's
I
the thing:
felt
it's squash
completely out of
matches.
That's all it
It's
is.
squash
Okay.
matches now.
Okay.
I watched like three episodes.
Here's the thing: in 2019, it actually did kind of mean something because you actually had some good banger matches.
Oh,
But as the years progressed, and obviously with the pandemic and all that kind of stuff, it just became a show where independent wrestlers can at least have their shot, but the AEW guys are always just going to be beating them.
yep.
So it's kind of just squash matches. And if Tony Khan actually sees something in you, he might give you another shot on like the next episode, but still, you're going to be losing. So
Damn.
I agree with
it
Phil.
doesn't matter.
Definitely do.
I said dark don't matter, but no, everybody got my ass on there too. So it's whatever.
That's one of my groups because they do put some pretty big names on Dark sometimes. And
Yeah.
like why like if no one's watching, be honest, no one's really watching going on YouTube to watch those. Why should
It's on
why do they
YouTube.
come
That's
towards
the thing
like, the
too.
records and all that?
Like,
If anything, it's
Mhm.
more
I'm not gonna
accessible to
be-
people, but people still aren't watching it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
I
I'm
don't
not
think
gonna go-
anybody's trying to watch it on YouTube though. Like,
exactly.
just put it on the
that's
TV,
exactly
bro.
what I was
Just,
saying.
just put it on TV so they can watch it.
Now, I'm not going to be going on YouTube at 7 o'clock on a Monday and Tuesday just to watch something before Monday Night Raw and NXT.
Mhm.
I'm just not going to be doing it.
Yeah.
I already have to waste 3 hours of my life for Raw. I'm not going to be doing another fourth. And then for NXT, sometimes I watch it, sometimes I don't. So I'm not going to be doing 3 or 4 hours again. It's just not going to happen. But yeah, I still see sometimes I just maybe go on there once in a blue moon just to see how many people watch it. You get like 7,000 maybe, and that's like the high at times. It doesn't get watched. It doesn't get watched.
They gotta move it to TV or something.
Yeah. Like in the beginning, I really liked it. I was invested into it, but then after a year watching it, I just fell out with it. I just
The
stopped
one-
watching.
The one good thing about AEW Dark and Dark Elevation is that it gives some people reps, right? I mean, like everybody can get better at certain things. Like Marina Shafir, she appeared in AEW not too long ago, and she's been on Dark, not almost every single week, but she's been on a lot of Dark episodes. She's not the best wrestler, but if you give her more reps on Dark Elevation to get her ready for TV and the main roster, so to speak, she can get better. That's the one thing I do like about Dark and Dark Elevation. It's just nobody watches. There you go.
Kind of jump into another subject here. WWE
Sorry,
possibly
I
going.
didn't mean to go ramble on.
Oh no, you're good. I liked it. Another subject. Possibly WWE's going TV 14, and it was announced that SummerSlam's going to be TV 14. Most likely just because of for the Brock and Roman match, last man standing match. No one knows if it's going to continue to be after that, which I feel like it would if they're sending it out to the USA Network, the TV.
This is a starting point, I feel.
This is probably the initial one. What are like the possibilities? What do you see? What do you think this is for? Are they actually gonna make the most out of it, or do you trust them to do that? What do y'all think?
I feel like they probably. I don't know. Now that you said it, they might just do it leading up to SummerSlam. If they continue to do it, I like to see what they're gonna do. But I feel like at SummerSlam, we probably gonna see some crazy stuff, some crazy shit. Probably some like when Stone Cold dropped the car with Triple H and type shit.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to do something for Brock. Bro.
Yeah.
Like he's not just going. He just not gonna make Brock look weak. They're gonna because Roman gonna win. I told people that this and the twin, he coming, the third twin. I know he gonna pull up.
Oh, Solo.
Yeah. I feel like he gonna pull up. But it might be some blood though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for
It's a last man standing match. They're gonna go all out with it.
Here's the
Honestly,
thing.
they're
They
going to the
have
bank.
to go all out with it. It's their 9th and final match. They have to go all out for it.
Ain't they
I
went
mean,
each other 9 times?
it's their 9th match, yes. And I went back to make sure it is their 9th match. But yeah, I mean, they have to go out for it. I mean, this is their testing point with this. If this goes well for SummerSlam, they could possibly be doing it for the future of Raw, SmackDown, what have you. I want it to succeed, but WWE still being run in the year 2022 by a 76-year-old man in Vince, I don't know if I can trust it. I don't know how far TV14 can go at this point. We'll see though.
You might can slip the B word in there. You might can slip.
Because on NXT, they're swearing like crazy. They're swearing like crazy over there in NXT. I don't know if it's just gonna be that though.
Is AEW TV14 or are they like TVMA or something?
No, they're PG. NXT is PG.
No,
but
AEW?
They're just swearing up a storm.
AEW, I think they're TV14.
Oh,
I think they're
TV14,
TV14.
yeah.
Okay, so I see what they get away with on TV14, so that kind of makes me hopeful.
They need to do us all a favor and go rated R.
I read
Crazy.
Rated R, nice.
I read something though on Fan Theory. They said the reason why they're going to TV14 is possibly because of MJF shifting on over to.
That's what I thought too. That's what I thought.
That was
too.
my initial thought.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I wanted to bring that up because, I mean, if this is a gateway to get MJF to get him here to WWE, that's only going to make his character, well, that's only going to make it better. And plus, we're not going to be able to have to see the PG MJF. A lot of people thought that with him going to a PG product, he would get stifled and he would lose a lot of what he had over there in AEW. But with TV14, you don't technically have to do that. Obviously, they're probably going to have to monitor it because it's the USA Network. But, I mean, you won't have to be that stifled.
Yeah.
Do y'all see
The USA Network, they're going to have to monitor that. They're going to have to.
Do y'all see
You
that
can
as
go crazy.
possibly like as a response to AEW, or is it just them doing the TV14? What do you think? It's just for their
I mean,
their
People
their
can
own
look at it as a response, but
I think WWE is just doing their own thing, bro. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think at points in time they counter what AEW did,
yes.
but I think now, like, I don't think they're really worried about what AEW is doing. This TV14
And they shouldn't.
is probably something to get more fans into watching it again. Like,
Yeah.
or maybe they're done with that and they're focusing on the people that watch every week now, like,
I was
you
gonna
know,
say,
the
the casual
diehard
fan and all
fans,
that, yeah.
because they've been focused on the casual fans for the past, I don't know how many years, bro. So maybe this is their way of giving back to the diehard fans now, because I mean, it's been long enough. It's been like, what, 9 years, right? We
Hey.
want the blood and the storytelling that can go past the limit. I don't know how far they can go in 2022 because everybody is sensitive as a bitch now. Like, you can't,
Yeah.
you can't say nothing, bro.
Yeah.
And then everybody's gonna cry and, oh, you went too far. You can't say that. So I don't know how far they can go with it, but just give us blood, bro. Like, some storytelling like that, bro.
If we had blood every now and then, like, I would appreciate that.
Moxley bleeds every single week on AEW. So, I mean, the least we can do is get blood.
Yeah.
But
I mean, WWE, they do the blood, but then they put it in the black and white, so it doesn't show the actual red and everything. It's like, come on. Like,
Well, no, they do that for YouTube, but I think during the match.
they did that for YouTube.
oh,
But
yeah, for YouTube,
it's a good
yeah.
match.
But still, it's
During
like,
the match, yeah. Just
But-
give me some blood, bro.
Also-
blood.
Brock just needed Roman. That's my dog, but he just need to hit him with a slight elbow real fast, like he did at Mania, bro. Like,
Yeah, Mania, they was bleeding. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
He's
mean,
like a pig.
we
man.
had. Remember when Brock and this was a long time ago. I think it was at SummerSlam too. Brock and Shane. Whenever Brock was doing those elbows to Shane McMahon, it was just
2016, yeah.
dripping a pool of blood. I'm like,
Oh,
That was
Randy Orton?
Brock and
that
Orton.
was Randy.
that was
Yeah.
Randy. My bad.
Randy
I thought
Orton,
that was
yeah.
Shane.
Yeah, Shane came in after, but yeah.
Mhm.
Shane
that
came
was-
after. Okay.
That was a real.
He hit him with one elbow, one
That's-
quick
that was-
flip
He hit
down,
him
bro.
one elbow and then he just kept going. I'm like, come on.
And I be telling people, bro, like, that's real. There's no way
Yeah.
that was fake. Like,
Mhm.
Right.
you can hit somebody in real life with an elbow, bro, and it cut them open.
I think Brock just went rogue that time though, because I mean, I don't know if that was part of anything. I think he kind of just went for
I
it.
read something because I was watching Jericho's podcast that he was featured on a couple days ago. Yeah, and he was talking about that incident or whatever. Because Jericho didn't know it was planned. Because Vince had actually told Brock to do that, but then Jericho thought it was real. And
thought it was
that's when he
real.
had that little shoe fight with Brock. But yeah,
I didn't
that's
know it was
crazy.
planned.
He really wrestled him
I
over
didn't know it was
in
planned.
a pool of his own blood. That is crazy.
Was he meant to bleed or?
You're planning
I'm
that?
sure. I don't know.
He's like, tell him, hey, just hit him with elbows or whatever, and just
If it happens, it
If
happens.
it happens, it happens. Like,
it
it's
happens. I guess. Vince told him.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Don't go make him bleed. I'm like, okay.
No, but people can look at it as a thing to combat AEW, but they're two totally different types of philosophies now. AEW is more about the wrestling, and WWE is all about that entertainment, making money, all that type of aspect. Just be going to TV 14. You can look at it as a shop, but like Mitri said, let them just be trying to do their own thing to make their product better.
Yeah, that's what I think. But they did counter AEW a few times, so they
Yes,
did do
they
that.
definitely have tried to counter AEW
Like,
on multiple occasions.
The one time was CM Punk. He came back, and that
Brock
shit,
was there.
that shit. I still think that's the best return of all time in
Yes.
wrestling history.
Yep.
Like nothing tops that.
There's
And then at
been some good
SummerSlam, they brought back Becky Lynch and Brock Lesnar, right?
Yeah.
Anybody else play SummerSlam? Yeah.
So Edge just fell off the face of the world.
CM Punk coming back to wrestling, bro, is the best.
I give it.
return of all
I'll tie
time,
them.
bro.
I'll tie them.
Stop it,
I'll-
bro.
It's
I'll tie-
Edge and Punk for me. It's
I'll-
those
Yeah.
two.
Yeah, I'll tie.
We could all agree
we got
on that.
number one.
Hell
They're
no,
both
CM
equal.
Punk got number one, bro.
It's
I say
those
both.
two for me. Like
Yeah.
I'm
Bro,
not tying
CM
them
Punk-
as top two.
CM Punk could have came back to wrestling. Edge had no chance of coming back to wrestling, bro. Like, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but CM Punk had a choice. Edge didn't.
Here's
That's
the
why
thing
that-
about that
I
too.
mean,
Bro,
I'll tie
CM
them.
Punk changed the whole fucking world, bro, in that one night. Edge had a
Yeah,
great
I'm not
pop.
dis-
I
I'm
love
not-
it, bro.
I'm
Like,
not discrediting it, but you know,
Another
there's no discredit, but number one is number one, bro. CM Punk, nothing tops that, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
In the
But here's
world,
the
nothing
thing: Edge's was
weird.
like a shock
Bro.
factor. Like we didn't know Edge was coming back, and once we heard that music, it was a more shock factor because we didn't expect Edge to return to a wrestling ring.
No.
I know we got a glimpse of it at SummerSlam 2019, but we didn't know that
That was
he was
just a one-off,
actually going
yeah.
to come back. Yeah, one off. Like, hey, he just took a
Right.
spear, whatever. But we didn't know he was actually going to come back to wrestling full time or part time, whatever you want to, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
CM Punk
someone
had
in
grown
the-
man crying, bro. Like,
But
I
yeah,
know.
Yeah,
When
it's
a
true.
return.
I was
it's a good
crying.
debate.
Someone in the chat
I was
said
crying.
was CM
Nah,
Punk
anytime
came
Undertaker
back?
return is better than CM Punk's return.
Nah, I was
I was
talking about
crying for
Edge.
both. Damn.
You said what?
Someone in the
happened?
chat said anytime Undertaker return is better than Punk's return.
Oh
Nah,
my
not
God.
really.
Nah, I wouldn't say that,
Bro,
but
CM Punk,
He ain't
bro,
coming back. If you're not coming back on the bike, I don't care about it anymore.
Rolling.
No, don't want to play with Undertaker like that because he had some good returns, bro. Like,
Yeah, he did, bro. But I need a
Survivor Series 2005, Royal Rumble 2006.
SummerSlam
Oh,
2009.
that, bro. Those won't really return
Yeah.
like that.
They
They
was
would just. I
returns,
mean,
bro.
no, a true return is bad. You gone. We know you gone. You probably won't never come back, and then you come back.
WrestleMania 31.
So CM Punk, number one. Thank
I
you.
mean, yeah. I mean, I ain't taking nothing from it.
the second ever episode of AEW Rampage, the first dance, and it happens there. I mean,
Thing is, too, it was rumored. They kind of teased it a little bit. We didn't actually think he was going to come back.
I didn't
and
think he
then
was coming
boom.
back. So
Yeah, me
there
neither.
were definitely teasers, and people just did not believe the hype or just believe in it. I'm like, Punk is
I ain't
showing
believe
up.
it.
Punk is showing up. I'm gonna tell you guys, and then he did. And I was like, yeah, baby.
Do y'all think
It
it would
was-
have hurt him any if he didn't after all?
If he didn't
Yeah.
show up, I would have been so mad.
It would have been bad, though, because and the music and everything, that pop that the whole crowd made. And then, if, let's say, for example, heel came out. I mean, it would have been a great heel moment. But if you didn't end up coming out, that would probably hurt credibility of AEW.
People would definitely.
maybe.
The AEW credibility would go way downhill. People would not want to watch that product because everybody got so invested in this possible return. Let's do it. We're finally going to get it. And then it just does not happen. Yeah, people aren't going to watch after that.
Yeah.
So that's TV 14. But other than just the the blood and all that, what are y'all excited for SummerSlam? How are you feeling? as the
Yeah.
as a whole.
I'm hyped. Yeah, I'm hyped about it.
What is it?
Here and there.
Is it this Saturday or next Saturday?
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday. This Saturday is Ring of Honor. Next Saturday is SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I really don't put no expectations on. I just watch it now.
Yeah,
That's
same.
the right thing to do.
I mean,
I really
I'm
don't
hyped
care.
though.
Because
really
yeah,
don't. Yeah,
I said this on another show. Actually, no, I said it on my show. That like at times that we watched a weekly product, we have such low expectations during the actual build up to the pay-per-view that our pay-per-view expectations can't be anything worse. and then they have great shows like Money in the Bank and the past pay-per-views that we've had, and they're like, oh well, great, why can't we get this on TV? So it just doesn't kind of compute. But the weekly shows, our expectations go low, and then pay-per-view, it can't get any worse.
Wait, Phil, I did want to ask you because I remember you were not really excited for the whole Brock and Roman again. It's
just the 9th time. I mean, I'm numb to it at this point. Like,
does them making it TV 14, does that maybe raise the excitement just a little bit or not?
It excites me a little bit because they have to go all out now with this last man standing.
Gotcha.
If this is the last time and we get this at WrestleMania again because The Rock can't show up, just leave. Just leave. Just leave. I can't take it. It's not that I don't respect what Brock Lesnar has done, especially in this rivalry with Roman. It's just that we don't need this 9 times. It just didn't compute. I don't know. But last man standing, I am intrigued. Let's just hope that this is good. And if Theory ever makes an appearance, oh boy, I know a lot of people are going to be happy, and I know a lot of people are going to be mad. So we'll see where it goes.
Does it?
no, I don't think that's
I
it.
think he's gonna hold on to that for a little while.
Yeah,
I think
Maybe
he might
somebody
wait
else.
to Mania. Maybe Mania.
Yeah, it got to be somebody else other than Brock or Roman.
I hate putting this into existence, but it's been put into existence so much that he could probably cash in at WrestleMania, and we can have Cody be cashed in on, because it would just be the absolute biggest
I heard that too.
reign of boos, because Cody finally won his first world championship in WWE, and then just gets taken away by Theory. I would absolutely despise that, but I know a lot of people were throwing it out there.
Well, maybe Drew McIntyre, because they said he's fighting Roman at Clash of the Castle, so in front of his home fans. Oh, he wins the title, and then oops,
I wouldn't mind that.
Gets his title
that
took
too. I mean,
in his hometown.
Anything is possible with Austin Theory as Mr. Money in the Bank. That's all I can really say. I don't like it. I don't hate it. It's just we want to see where this goes.
But you know what's funny though? Right now, the whole focus is on Theory. Like we don't even care about Roman and Brock right now. Like
Exactly.
Roman and Brock have not even said anything to each other for a few weeks now. It's been Theory. So I don't know.
Showing up on Monday. I think Brock is showing up on Friday, from what I'm hearing. Why can't we just have both of them on the same show? Try to figure something out. I don't know. Do something.
What else can they do? Like I think they ran out of ideas, bro. Like
well, that's the another reason why 9 times doesn't need to happen.
They've done everything, bro. Like,
I mean, I'm pretty sure.
What can they do now?
I'm pretty sure.
What can they do? It's like the Jurassic Park series. They can't do anything more with dinosaurs. So end it.
When people say that though, I'm kind of tired of it too, to be honest. I'm not tired of it. It's just that I appreciate this rivalry because, like, this is probably top 2. I'm gonna say top 2.
Top 2 all time?
No.
Oh.
I'm talking about like.
Oh my god.
I'm talking about like the last. Since Roman and Brock has faced off. I can't think of nobody else. But we got Rock and Austin like 12 times. Y'all just don't know. Y'all got to go back from when they were fighting for the IC title.
I remember that.
He's got a point.
They went from IC title to WrestleMania to Backlash. the
But
next.
there's a
to-
difference
to-
to that, though. You know that, right?
What?
There's a difference between those two rivalries.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I definitely. Yeah. I definitely.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's a similarity. It's a similarity too. It's just in just the number of matches. I'm gonna say. Just the
Yeah.
number of matches.
No,
Okay, the
like-
number
I get what, yeah, I get what
Yeah.
he's trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
They could have, but they could have did it a different way. I mean, but I mean, you can't really start. You can't. They could have started out without a title. They could have did a rivalry without a title. Without the title, it's just they just put themselves in a situation where every time they fight, it got to be for the title. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing is, it can be for the title, but we just want to see like some added texture to the story. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah,
you know, Roman hates Brock, Brock hates Roman. They fight, and then they fight at the pay per view. Like, there's nothing,
There's
nothing,
not,
there's nothing personal in between. Like, there's nothing
there's not
personal in
much to the
between.
rivalry. I mean, what are they really fighting
Yeah.
for other than the championship?
Just the
They don't have
championship.
personal beef.
like
Besides
Personal
Brock.
beef, yeah, personal
Like-
beef,
like
yeah, they
what-
don't have it.
like with Rock and Austin, bro. At first, that was like the matchup we didn't know we needed for the IC title. Then both of them they built Rock up to be a star. So now it's like, okay, both of y'all stars. Now we about to see who the top dog is. Then later on, like around like Mania 17, it was more. It was like Austin coming back like off a neck injury. So
Mhm.
and then Rock has been having a good last half year. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, now we really about to see who's the top dog. Then the invasion angle. And then like the final time they squared off. So that was like really their rivalry was really like a book. It's like with Brock
Yeah.
and Brock and Roman is like, well, they just don't like each other. That's all.
Exactly.
Loft put it perfectly.
Like,
They don't
Loft
like
put it
each other.
perfectly in the chat. He said Brock and Roman have that Tom and Jerry beef.
Yeah.
It's on site every time. On site.
I mean, The Rock and Stone Cold, bro. The Rock throw Stone Cold in the fucking river, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and then Stone Cold threw his belt in the river. Like, they've done some shit to each other, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Roman and Brock, they just don't like each other. That's
Yeah, it could go far. It really could go far. Like they know they can get yeah, they know they can get Sable involved and they know they can get Sable
Stone
involved.
Cold-
Cold's
they had to
wife,
do-
Deborah. She got involved.
Yeah. They get personal or whatever. you
Yeah,
know.
all they had to do is just get some kind of substance into this
Yep.
Brock and Roman story, and I wouldn't be this mad that it's happening 9 times. Honestly, like I don't know. It might be still upsetting to some people that it's happening 9 times, even with the substance and beef. But add something, because there's nothing right now.
Any
Other than
idea
that.
what substance they could do?
Nothing but the title.
With the substance and beef, it would be better. Like, Roman Reigns go punch Brock Lesnar's dad in the face or something, bro. Like,
Here's the thing. I don't know what they could add to make it just somewhat more
Yeah.
personal, but
Roman gotta fuck his
it's
bitch, bro.
something. Well, Roman had a better
He's gotta
football
do something.
career. I mean,
He's gotta
what?
do something
Like,
evil or
Roman
whatever.
gotta smash Sable real quick, bro.
Roman, Brock, they had like whoever had the better football career. I mean, what else can they do? Like, I don't know.
But yeah, that's really SummerSlam. What else is confirmed? I know it's Theory and Lashley.
McAfee versus Corbin.
I'm
I
excited.
want
for
to see
that.
that.
I'm excited for that.
I'm
Usos and
excited,
Street
yeah.
Profits. Usos and Street Profits
I'm excited
again.
for
I
that.
can't
What did y'all
wait
think
for
of Jeff
that.
Jarrett? Jeff Jarrett is the special guest.
Boom, boring, whack.
So misunderutilized. You
I
could have
understand why
had
they did it,
Solo.
though.
You could have had Solo right there. You could have
I wouldn't
done
have
it.
minded Sammy.
Solo Sikoa.
Or Sammy.
True
Or Sammy.
Yeah,
Or
'cause
Sammy.
he's part of the bloodline.
guess-
even though
For the storyline, it wouldn't work because Pierce is the one that's gonna has to select it, and why would they select someone going with
That
someone
is
with
us.
bloodline?
Jeff Jarrett is just so random, bro. Like,
Yeah, that is random though.
Jeff Jarrett.
Now that y'all
Tennessee,
said
though.
something. What if Sammy get involved in the match, yo?
Oh, Sammy will. I think
Oh, for
Sammy
sure.
will.
That's like some crazy stuff.
a lot can happen, bro. I don't.
Yeah.
Because they're not just doing it for no reason. They're not doing it for no reason.
Right.
Yeah, there's got to
a
be
reason why it's a
something.
special guest ref.
Jarrett's
There's a
gonna join the
reason.
bloodline. No, I'm playing.
But here's the thing. That's why I was like,
Just
my
put it
God.
at one.
you guys are crazy. I think Sammy will get somehow involved. I want Street Profits, man. I want them to win this thing so bad. Like, they have been putting on banger after banger after banger, and there's been absolutely nothing to the Street Profits for a while now. They have great matches, but they just didn't really interest me for the longest time because they always just either get title matches or they're just not doing anything on TV. You give them this championship and that pop that'll come with it, because I know a ton of people would pop because Usos has been going at it for so long.
Shit, I will.
Like, you have that in the palm of your hands. You had that on Money in the Bank. That Money in the Bank match was fantastic between those two teams.
Yeah.
And they couldn't capitalize it there. So do it at SummerSlam. Please. Please.
It'd be a good
They
moment
have to. I
because
think they have to.
Street Profits ending the Usos 1 year long reign for the tag team championships. That'd be amazing.
I don't know who the
that's
Usos
money.
fight after this.
And then please,
But nobody-
and then please, for the love of God, release the Street Profit jerseys.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Make the money. Make the money. You
Thank
got
you.
it.
But yeah, that's but no. So Usos win. I don't know who they fight after.
Yeah.
But if the
There's no tag teams.
that-
So they're
like-
gonna have to go. They're gonna have to do the Street Profits
Bro,
again
I'm
because
telling-
there's
I feel like
nobody
the
else.
Profits
I'm
win.
telling
If
you,
the
the Dudley boys are reuniting, bro. They're coming
Oh
back.
my God, the Dudley Boys.
They got the War Raiders.
true.
True.
They
Run
got
back
the
a
New
new
Day.
day.
WWE's so weird about
Safety
doing heel
blanket.
versus heel stuff. They just don't try it.
Oh
They got the
Yeah.
New Day as a safety blanket again. But
True. Man, I'll never get tired of Usos versus New Day. Honestly, they
I
put on
am.
some.
yeah.
I mean, I like the matches, man. Sometimes, yeah, I can see why, but
it's a safety
Have a-
blanket. To be honest, I mean, if there's no other tag team that's in contention, depending on you have to pin the champions now to get contention, call the New Day. Just call the New Day.
Sure.
And the Profits lose. I don't really see what else there is for them to do either, because they have nothing really to fight
Right.
for. So I feel like if the Profits lose, we're gonna get that one of those heel turns.
is this about to be the second match between them?
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
more. It's been
I
more.
mean, they have more, but like in this rivalry, this current rivalry, it's the
and it's
second match.
the second,
current
like,
rivalry, second.
I say third time's a charm. I believe they fight one more time. I say the Royal Rumble.
The Rumble, you have to have them lose, huh?
I'd rather have them. I have them lose now, and then sometime down the road again, they work their way back up. Royal Rumble, they get it at the Royal Rumble.
Because after Clash at the Castle, it's going to be Extreme Rules. So,
oh yeah, that's right. They do in September.
yeah,
Yeah.
because Clash at the Castle is in September, and then in
Yeah, no
October
pay-per-view.
it's Extreme
Oh.
Rules.
Oh, okay.
I feel like
Please don't go that far, though. Please,
Yeah.
don't go that long because it's already getting stale.
I feel
I
like
don't
the
know. I don't
perfect time for the Usos to drop the titles is at SummerSlam, one of the biggest summer events, one of the biggest pay-per-views in WWE.
Yes.
Have the Street Profits get their moment. Whatever it takes, have Street Profits get the moment.
I
But
said
then
this
again,
on
that's a
numerous
perfect time for the
occasions.
Usos to win too. 'cause-
y'all think that the Bloodline should drop their title simultaneously? Or,
I said this on numerous occasions that
Mm.
SummerSlam 2022 would have been the perfect destination for Roman to lose his title, or titles now that they're unified. But now it's against Brock. I don't know if they're going to give it to Brock, which most likely not.
No, I don't think so.
I tell you one thing
I
though.
don't think so.
What Malik's bloodline storyline? That sounds like the perfect storyline to bring in Rock, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I hope
No.
somebody from the inside sees it and like at least try to do something like that, because that'll be dope.
Well, Roman and Rock.
If
That
they,
doesn't
actually
I
happen.
don't
I
want.
mean,
Does
Rock
that
just
need
said
a
that he's open
championship
for a
to you
return.
guys?
Not at all.
No,
I
don't.
want an answer. Like, does that need a championship, Rock and
Nah.
Roman?
Nah. they
Thank
don't.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Please, for the
I
love
don't
of
think
God.
it needs a championship. The only thing that needs is who really is the head of the table. Who is
Exactly.
But it's Roman Reigns though. So Rock don't got no say.
Well,
But I mean, I don't-
should win
I
that,
mean-
yes.
relax.
He's not the tribal chief, bro. Like, chill out.
Still,
The Rock-
it could have
Listen,
done
if
shit
that
better.
match
bro.
happens, Roman's winning. If that match happens, I believe Roman's winning.
And if The Rock wins, I'll kill Vince McMahon myself, bro. Like,
Oh, you
For
want to come to
longevity.
Connecticut? I'll join you. I'll join you.
See that, bro?
It's gonna be me. It's gonna be me. It's gonna be me and him versus y'all. No, I'm playing. I'll be on the edge of my seat for that match. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
that should
Because
never
I know
happen.
a ton of people are saying it needs the title. It needs the title. No, it
but
doesn't.
what?
No,
Like
it
though,
doesn't.
like ask them why. Just ask them
I
why.
do, and they don't give me a real legitimate, like, logical answer. Because because it's The Rock. He should have it one more time. What the hell? No, he doesn't.
What?
What?
Rock does not need the title. He's
he
already
does
cemented
not.
his legacy. All right.
Stop it.
Oh,
He's
well, we're
already
gonna have to
cemented
get
himself.
another reinvention of the championship, like he did when he won the championship the last time. He just revealed another like version of the title. No, we don't need that again, guys. It's
We don't.
Rock,
Stop.
Roman, head of table. That's all it needs.
Yep. That'd be a good headline for WrestleMania or whatever pay-per-view event it may be, which is
gotta
probably
be
going to be
Mania, bro.
WrestleMania. It's
It
got to
gotta
be
be.
Mania. It's the
It'll
biggest
probably-
event.
And
No,
it's in
they'll probably-
LA. It's in Hollywood too. I
Yep.
mean, it would make
I
the
feel like if it
most
doesn't
sense
happen
to
this
do it
year,
now.
if it doesn't happen at that Mania, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly.
gotta happen.
Or the Rock's turning, I think, 50 this year. You're gonna have to do this now.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it's just never gonna happen.
Got to do it soon before it's too late.
Last little segment, we'll have a little fun here. I'm gonna give y'all a wrestler from the past, maybe the few. We'll do the past one first.
Sorry.
I'm gonna give you the wrestler, and then you're gonna tell me whether or not you think they hit their ceiling. Like, for example, let's say this is obviously Cena. I'm gonna say Cena, and y'all probably be like, "Oh, he excelled at what he was." So Matt Hardy, do y'all think he was below or excelled at ceiling?
What time frame?
Prime. I'll say his prime.
He's
That's
underrated to me.
Mhm.
I really do think he's an underrated type of guy, but I don't know.
Do you
I
think he
think
was
it
like a
was
world
high.
champion good or no?
No, for his prime, that was it.
Yeah,
one-off.
Yeah.
they did enough.
Yeah.
Jeff was the one. Everybody knew Jeff was the one. Anyway,
There's
Yeah,
always
well,
that
Phil
one
said-
guy that's gonna break out more, and that was Jeff.
Yeah. But what Phil said, Matt Hardy, underrated.
He is.
Yeah, he's very underrated.
They didn't really give him the opportunity. They gave him opportunities. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
they really could have capitalized on him because he was popular too. It's
He
just
was.
Jeff is Jeff. Jeff is just he just exceeded it.
Yeah.
I would have loved a world title not him winning, but whenever Edge won it.
At least a program.
No, but like when Edge was champion. As Edge
Yeah.
champion. I would have loved something like that, but Cena
Yeah,
never.
Just a
really touched back
program
on it.
possibly for that, but it just
Yeah.
didn't,
But
didn't escalate.
that's Matt Hardy. Jeff Hardy. Do y'all think he should have been world champion? I just want to see what Loft says, to be honest with you. What do y'all think?
Oh, is Loff in the chat right now?
Yeah.
I mean, he deserved what he got, bro.
He did.
Uh-huh.
2008.
Yes.
Like I forgot who said it, but someone said that Jeff Hardy was bigger than Obama at one point. And
Oh my God, that
Loft and T.
yeah, it's true. Everybody in school, doing the thing. Jeff Hardy, the face paint, cutting the socks up, putting it on the hands and everything. He was over. He was
he
over.
definitely exceeded what a lot of people thought that he was going to be.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I mean, you got kids dressing up as him now as Halloween. I mean, my little my little buddy, I babysit for a kid who's a huge Jeff Hardy fan, and every single year he's Jeff Hardy. And there's no different costume for him, right? Like it's just Jeff Hardy, and that's it. You can't have that kind of a special connection with somebody unless you weren't that charismatic and like it just exuding like that kind of confidence. So definitely exceeded
Real.
what he should have been.
Prime Christian. I mean, we know he got a world title in like 2011. It was really like flip-flopped, but do you think they could have given him more? Or do you think they gave him enough?
Nah, they should have gave that man more, bro.
Yes.
Give him more. That
Like,
man,
he's so super underrated, bro. Super
Captain
underrated.
Charisma. Captain
Christian,
Charisma.
at points in his career, was better than Edge. So, at different points, like I think he could have been the top guy.
That one more match story for him. That was so good. I don't know why. Like the people that I've talked to, yeah, people liked it, but others they just like, what was the point of all of that?
Mhm.
He had great stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You could capitalize on more.
All those matches with Randy Orton, pretty much classics. That whole rivalry,
Yes.
classic.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
peak 2011. Like that really invested me into watching wrestling more. Christian versus Randy Orton.
Christian's so good, and he's doing great things now with Luchasaurus. That's only gonna elevate Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus.
Heel Christian is the best Christian.
Yes.
This next one's kind of a softball, but Shelton Benjamin.
So underrated.
So underrated. Yeah, they could have done so much with him. They really should have put the world title on him at one point.
Yeah, he should have.
Especially when he was a gold standard.
He
Gold
definitely should.
standard.
Yeah, gold standard was.
I always thought that he
Okay.
should have been the one to win Money in the Bank whenever he did the diving spot off the ladder. You could have had
WrestleMania
him win that
24?
Money in the Bank ladder match. You could have had him get that world title. Oh my god, it would have been something special. So underrated.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what y'all think about the Mr. Kennedy. How do you think he should have done? during his time?
Oh my god, bro! Don't even get me
The
started on Mr.
backstage
Kennedy,
politics
bro.
and everything like that, man.
Yeah.
Really dropped the ball. Like he could have been the one to throw Randy Orton in what 2009, I think it was.
He should have kept Money in the Bank
Yeah.
and cashed in, bro.
True,
But nah,
but
the
the
The Money
whole
in the
injury.
Bank thing.
Triple H
Yeah.
and Ed, no, Triple H, Randy Orton, Cena, they all had beef with him, so they got him fired.
Yeah.
Like, they got him
Like
fired.
I said, the backstage politics really what caused his downfall in WWE. Sucks because he really was talented. He had the potential.
He could have been one of the top guys, bro. Like
Mhm.
Exactly.
he was beefing with Batista, Taker,
Everybody, man.
and he was good. Like he was putting on banger matches too. Like
You got talking about hiding right.
They
You're
really
right.
could have done more stuff. For sure.
hiding right.
Oh man.
Freaking
Let me see. I'm just throw an odd one in there. Jack Swagger.
They did
You think
enough.
they gave him too much?
Yeah, they did enough that they could do.
Yeah, they did all
Would
they
you say
could
too
do.
much or
Yeah.
no?
Just about right.
Just about
Just
right.
Yeah.
about right.
They did all they
It's-
could
They
do.
got
His
a world
world-
title.
Yeah, his world title run wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
He
He
won
was
the last
memorable.
Money in the
He was-
Bank. That was at WrestleMania. He cashed in about a week later on Jericho, and then
He wasn't.
decent reign.
He had the perfect. He was a perfect fit for the title. I didn't like him. Like as
Yeah,
from a wrestling standpoint, like I
Right.
couldn't stand.
yeah. He was like a good heel, like somebody
Yeah.
you know, like boo, like you didn't want him. You didn't want to see him.
Mm.
You don't
the
want
big
to see
one.
him succeed. That's
Yeah.
one guy that you really didn't want to see succeed. And if he did, it's gonna get that heat.
Yep.
So he did enough. I think he had a very fair career. He didn't have the worst, but he didn't have the best either. It's just very fair for his run in WWE. Now in AEW, I don't know what the hell they're doing with him. He looks like he's in great shape. He had a great match with Claudio. He's not going to be used all that often because you just have those guys that are just very suitable.
That always
And
comes
that's
down
just
to
what he wants.
too many people. Yeah.
Well, there's that, yes, but you
Lower
have those
roster.
guys that are just suitable, and that's what he really falls under. Just
Yep.
some guy that you can go in there, have that good match, and then just have a good day.
Yep.
What he is.
One more for the past. Wade Barrett.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
Oh my God, Wade
You
Barrett.
didn't
2010?
capitalize on this.
Me
2010 should have won that world title.
Yes.
Me personally, from a business standpoint, I agree with y'all.
Mhm.
But I didn't like him at all. As a not even care like from a wrestling standpoint. Like
Yeah.
I didn't see nothing special with him.
With the Nexus, bro?
I saw so much potential, bro.
The Nexus was alright. I like, but this was crazy though. I like people in the Nexus except him. He just didn't. It didn't feel right.
You like David Otunga more than Barrett?
No, I like Justin Gabriel more than
Gabriel. Yes,
Gabriel's good.
They definitely did some stuff with Gabriel too.
Michael Tarver was the best one, bro. Like out the whole Nexus, Michael Tarver.
Man, Daniel Bryan the best one.
Nah, they slept on that man, bro.
People forget that Bryan actually had his start within the Nexus before anything else. So that
he got fired and then brought back.
He got fired because of Justin Roberts. Well, not because of him. He choked him with his own tie.
Choked him with his own tie.
Not Roberts.
So we can blame the Nexus for giving us Ryback. Skip Sheffield.
Very true. Very true. But you know,
should have fired his ass, man.
They really should have capitalized on Barrett, though. They could have given him that world title, and man, you don't even know what's gonna happen.
Imagine him pinning Cena 1, 2, 3 clean and just went holding up that WWE Championship. Oh
he
my
should have
God.
beat Cena, bro.
Yeah.
And they should have won at SummerSlam too.
They should have won at SummerSlam.
I would have threw a shoe at my TV if you would have beat John Cena.
Yeah, when I was a kid, like back then, thinking, okay, Team Cena beating Team Nexus, okay, good. But like as you get older, like I was in the right decision.
Yeah, it wasn't, bro. They killed him.
Because that's when I started watching wrestling around that time. And then, like, you know, looking back, saying, oh, Cena being the Nexus, amazing. The Heroes won. But now looking back at it, it's like, that really killed their momentum. They were up and coming. They were hot. They were doing everything they could to get over. And them beating Cena would have helped elevated them.
And then also when the Nexus fell, and then they split their own ways. Barrett, Gabriel, Slater, and I believe Ezekiel Jackson.
The core.
Went to SmackDown for the core. And then kind of a reinvention of the Nexus. And then CM Punk tried to get involved.
Bro,
it just completely fell flat. And there was nothing.
They had me confused, yo. I was like, wait a minute. The core? I thought it was the Nexus. Like,
right, yeah.
I'm like, okay, what is it? The core or the Nexus? Like, which one is it?
And then there was the new Nexus.
It just completely fell apart.
The new Nexus, where they got some of the newer guys from season 2, or
it was like Husky Harris, then
Michael McGillicuddy.
Michael McGill. Listen, I like Axel. I do. I do like Curtis. but man, a lot of the people that were from that Nexus core kind of like conjunction, they could have done a lot of things with them, and they just never capitalized.
They buried him too quick, man. Like,
yeah.
I think John Cena beat the shit out of them every week, bro.
Like,
yeah.
I think after SummerSlam or before SummerSlam, he beat the shit out of each and every one of them, like one-on-one, single-handedly. Like,
all you had to do is have Barrett win that championship. When I believe Cena was a special guest referee in a match between Barrett and Randy. You could have had that kind of like turmoil of like Cena not trying to give Barrett the championship because I think he was part of the Nexus at that time.
Yeah.
You could have capitalized on that. Oh my God.
So many missed opportunities, man.
It doesn't make me mad because I know why they did it. It's just
No, that shit makes me mad. Like Damien Sandow too. Pissing me off.
It's like right there. Like, how do you not see it? Like, okay, give this the green light, but no, they want to go a different direction. It's just,
you know what? No, screw that. It does make me mad. Yeah, Dimitri, you yeah, screw that. It does make me mad.
They should have greenlit
so much.
Damien Sandow too. Like, why the fuck did he lose, bro?
See, now I didn't see anything in him. I really didn't. But I know why people did.
I mean, he had the character.
At first, I wasn't sold on him, but then when he did that thing with the Miz and he was, you know, dressing up as everybody each week, I became a big fan of him. I really love this character work.
Like, world title good though, or no?
All I remember is Team Rhodes Scholars and the stuff that he did with Miz. That's it.
He was world title ready when he was Money in the Bank.
That's true. Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I wasn't too sold on him like that then, but like looking back at it now, felt like that really could have been like the green light for him. Like him cashing in on Cena successfully, holding that World Heavyweight Championship.
I The
I
actual
knew when they were gonna try to cash in on Cena, he was gonna lose. That just did not.
the actual cash in though, Cena got his ass beat. the
Yeah,
fuck
he beat him up
down,
before the whole
bro.
thing. Yeah, exactly.
He got beat up
him
before that too, and he still won the match.
Yeah.
It don't make no sense, bro.
Mhm.
This
I
this
didn't
next
see
one,
much, but
the current one. I just want to know what do y'all think he's gonna hit that ceiling? I mean, he's gonna be like over pushed, under pushed, or you think they're gonna do the right thing with him? What Omos? How do you think they're gonna do with him?
oh my god,
in his future?
Omos.
They need to give him a Kali like run,
Do you
Yeah.
think they're gonna give
but
him the title?
kind of, but
Fuck
kind
no.
of, but yeah,
Fuck
but
no.
kind of longer, but kind of longer. They need, but before they do, they need to have someone in place who's gonna beat him.
Mhm.
There's nothing about this
Yeah.
guy. There's nothing. I don't see anything in him that computes a world title opportunity or even a run.
For me though, I give him a chance just because like we haven't had a huge champion like that in a while.
Yeah.
It'll be like for him, it'll be a nice start. But I understand what you're saying though. Like I don't really see nothing either. But
I just don't.
Yeah, I agree. I
He's
don't
not
really...
good in the ring. He doesn't. Well, no, I can't say that because I don't wrestle. But but you can see some of the stuff that like he's lacking, and obviously he had his stuff with wait, no, he's still with MVP. No,
Yeah.
I'm.
His pairing of MVP is good. Honestly,
Yes.
he needs that mouthpiece, like
Yes.
somebody who could, promote him, make him seem credible, because Omos, let's be honest,
Omos
my
solo
skills.
would not work.
Yeah.
He's
So-
just
so-
lacking something, bro. He don't have something's not there. Like
Yeah.
you don't have
yeah.
it, bro.
And
you
he's
don't have,
young too. I'm not saying that he can't get better. He's like what, 27, 28 years old. He can
Yeah,
get
he's
better.
young.
Like
I don't know.
he can. It's just that if he
Yeah.
wants to put in the work, and if WWE will allow him to do that kind of work to get him to where I think that they want him to be, because I think they want to push him. They do.
Because
It's just they don't
Vince,
know
he
where
likes
to
his
put
big
him.
men.
I'm not at
So-
all interested like in him currently, but do you think down the line WWE would just do it, like give him the title?
I thought they were gonna do it when Bobby Lashley was champion. I thought they were. I thought we were gonna get Bobby and Omos at WrestleMania, and thank God we didn't.
It's possible, but
could.
I hope not. I don't want to see that nigga champ.
Like I said, Vince, he likes his big men. He likes his, tall, big, muscular men.
Mhm.
He probably sees him as somebody who has potential, like that could be probably like like a big guy, like can intrigue people to watching the product just because of his
Yes.
stature, just because of his muscles or whatever. And then his pairing of MVP will help that out, honestly.
Bro, he's great Khali, bro.
Yes.
He's
He's
great Khali.
2.0.
Great Khali 2.0, yeah. I mean, it's like, MVP to Omos is like Armando Estrada to Umaga, or
Okay, that's a good comparison.
yeah,
I can see that.
yeah.
And to
What
think
about
it wasn't
Khali?
even supposed to be MVP. That was his manager. It was supposed to be the guy from Diamond Mine, Stokely Hathaway.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
That was supposed to be his manager at first, and then all of a sudden, I don't know if he declined it or they just didn't, or he just didn't want to resign. But he left, went to AEW with Jade, and now MVP was in that spot, which I think MVP would probably be the better fit anyway.
Yeah.
But
MVP
think
is
so.
really good on the mic. Honestly, MVP could, sell Omos, make him seem, credible. Like his
Yeah.
mic skill, MVP's mic skills are so underrated.
MVP did great things for Bobby.
Mhm.
I mean, he can do great things with Omos. Now with Bobby, he can't talk for shit. So I think he really should still be with MVP. But that's just another topic.
Yeah.
Now it's just based on booking because he's boring as fuck to me, bro.
He's terrible on the
I
mic.
can't watch an Omos match, bro.
Yeah.
He's boring as fuck.
It's just simply he'll grab somebody, lift them up in the air, just hit him with that choke bomb, and then 1, 2, 3. It's simple.
Like the whole thing
What was
with
that, what was that match
AJ.
with Angelo about? Why they have to squash Angelo like that?
Yeah.
Angelo's so good, and you just have to say, oh yeah, bye.
Angelo is
Lose on your way to SummerSlam.
Angelo is Tito, and old boy is Michael.
Oh, Montez Ford?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll segue that one.
Bruh.
I'll segue that one. Do y'all think Montez
Angelo-
hits the
Ang-
ceiling or no?
Yeah, Angelo is good. He just need to change.
Yes.
I feel like he need to change his swagger up, man. Like
You talking about the suit?
that, and just he just look goofy, yo. Like
I
he
mean,
look goofy.
everybody knows. Everybody knows that Montez is that guy. I mean, if there's one person to break out from the group, it's Montez. But you can't take away what Angelo has done either.
Yeah.
Angelo, in
He's
the
improved,
past
yeah.
few months, has improved tremendously.
Oh, without a doubt.
He can show that he can. He's saying, listen, I know you guys think that Montez is the guy, but I can be that guy too. Okay, so just watch out for me and not just my boy.
Yeah. I can see them both breaking out as single superstars, honestly. Like, let's say, for example, like we have a draft and Montez stays on Raw and Angelo gets moves to SmackDown. Just say, I can see both of them doing something in the mid card, and maybe if they end up both winning the mid card championships, like the U.S. title or the Intercontinental Championship,
And Survivor Series.
Survivor Series. Well, who knows?
See, like I like Angelo, but I just don't see that for him. I don't know what it is.
I don't either.
Yeah, that's the
Like,
thing.
I want
Yeah,
to see it,
want
but I don't
that.
see
I
him
want to
doing
see
it.
it.
I want to see it
Yeah.
too, but I don't really see it happening.
He'll probably be like Xavier Woods, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
While Kofi and Biggie got the titles, he won't.
he's just.
King of the
The-
Ring.
the-
will
I
take
know
away
you
from him
think
too,
the
but-
Xavier
the
Woods
worst
would
case
win the
scenario.
title, but
The worst case scenario is that they see something in Montez, they break up the tag team right
probably
away,
split
and
another
then a
tag
few
team or
months
something.
later he's gone. A few months
Yeah.
later,
Yeah,
Angelo's
that's what
gone.
I'm saying.
Otis and
That's the
Tucker.
worst case.
Otis and Tucker, yeah,
And,
yeah, because Angelo's good. I'm a fan of Angelo.
At least he's better than Tucker, though. Like,
Yeah.
And
yeah,
thing
yeah,
is,
yeah.
Yo,
I think Angelo is like the longest tenured. Whenever he was in NXT to now, he was like the longest tenured superstar from like his class to now. It's some kind of stat like that.
Gotta give him all the
Will
credit in the
probably
world, because
know.
when I first saw him, I was like, "Oh, this guy's goofy. He's not gonna make it," and he's still here.
Lewis would probably know what I'm trying to say. Like he was the longest tenured thing from NXT to now, or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because he's been in NXT. He's been with WWE for a little while now, since like
Yeah.
what, 2013, 2014, around that time frame. Same with
He's
Montez.
been
Montez
in
has been around
NXT
since
for all that
2015.
time to then.
Yeah, they've
So.
been around for a while.
But yeah. But do y'all think
We'll
Montez
see.
hits his?
I like Angelo. I just don't know.
Do you think Montez will? They will give him the shot.
I think he
You know,
will.
I say mid card
Yeah.
for sure.
The next
I think-
couple weeks, months, let's see it.
Or do
Mid
you
card
think by
for
the end
sure.
of the year, the end of his career, he'll have a world title on his resume?
Ooh.
Hard
It's
to
probably
say.
too early to say, but what do y'all think?
Yeah, it's too
Yeah,
early.
I
hard
would
to
love to
say.
see it. I would love to see it. He has the charisma, mic skills, just his mindset, just everything about Montez Ford. Like I see him being a world champion in the future. I just see him being world champion material.
Give me Kobe Kingston vibes. It's gonna be like 7-8
Yes.
years,
Mm-hmm.
maybe.
Mid card for
possibly.
sure, definitely within the next few years, easily. It's just we don't know about that world title.
Piggybacking off what Mitri said, yeah, the Kofi Kingston route, like winning a mid card title a little bit, then and there, maybe Intercontinental US, some more tag titles, and then ends up winning the big one, having this underdog story.
Yeah.
I can see it happening.
All right. Well,
He's got it.
that was episode 4. Yeah, 4. That was episode 4.
4.
I had a good time. If you want to
This
just
is fun.
go around here and show, you want to start off with let them know where to follow you and everything.
Yes, sir. So, hey guys, Amster World, you can go follow me on Instagram, TikTok, any social media that you may have or that's out there. Appreciate you for having me, man. It's a good time. Enjoy this conversation.
Shed.
Y'all can follow me at Shot the Guy 6 on TikTok. That's my wrestling page. Appreciate you for having me, my boy. It was an honor.
Mitri.
Mitri the God on TikTok, Mitri the God on Instagram. The Attitude Era is the greatest era of all time. Roman Reigns is the greatest champion.
Ruthless
of all
aggression.
time. Theory's going to be the future of WWE. He'll be the greatest of all time. So just watch the product and be happy about it. All right.
And,
Phil.
All right, guys, this was a ton of fun getting to chat with all of you about pretty much anything that's in the world of pro wrestling right now. You guys can follow me on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at PhillyMatt_. This was just a ton of fun. I hope to get on here again. This was just absolute blast. Thank you for having me.
Always
What's
remember.
that?
One's up.
One's
One's up.
We the ones, bro.
I'll put the
We the
one up for
ones.
this podcast. This was a great
Oh,
one.
we the
This was a
ones.
great one.
We
I'll put the one
ones.
up here.
As y'all know, I am Derek. No, I'm the Wrestle Spot. I almost broke kayfabe again. I'm the Wrestle Spot. Y'all can follow me on TikTok at Wrestle Spot. Go to my, obviously you're on YouTube if you're watching this live. Just hit that subscribe button for me. Go follow all these guys. They're great. This is episode 4. We got episode 5 tomorrow. So if you're not doing anything tomorrow, come back. We're gonna have some more creators on. But thank you for watching on YouTube, listening on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or Google Podcast. Y'all have a great day.
All right.